most of you already know that my boss really likes movies and I really like movies, so he lets me borrow movies and he tells me I have to watch them and I say, okay, I do. And so today we have another one that I've known about forever. I've literally known about Drive since it came out and I just haven't watched it. I don't really know why. It's just one of those ones where you're like, oh, that's a movie that I'd like to see, and then you just don't watch it. But today we're talking about Drive. Drive was released in 2011. It was written by Hossein Amini and directed by Nicholas Winding Refn. And, how do I explain this without spoiling it? Drive is a movie about Ryan Gosling's character who drives around. At night, he helps criminals, and during the day, he is a stunt driver for movies. And there's this plot that happens where basically he falls in love kind of with this girl who has a son whose father is in prison. The father gets out of prison and he realizes that he has a debt to pay, so he has to help his love interest's husband, who just got out of jail, commit a robbery so he can pay off these other people so that the family will be safe. It's really complicated, and I don't want to get into it more deeper than that because it is spoilery. This will probably be a pretty short video just because I can't talk about a whole lot of things. But the things that I can talk about, I absolutely will. Let's talk about Ryan Gosling first. Wow, what a guy. Between The Place Beyond the Pines and this movie, I'm like blown away at just his swagger. I mean, he is a man on a mission. He is always like, look at the freaking case. Look at this case and tell me that he doesn't look super cool. Like, he just looks. I hate my watch. I use my watch as like a device so I can like see what I'm filming, and always thinks I'm trying to talk to it, and I'm not. I'm trying to talk to you guys. But Ryan Gosling just oozes like awesomeness and coolness. His jacket, his watch, his gloves, all super cool. I really liked him a whole lot. Of course, we have Carey Mulligan in the movie as well as Irene. Really like her a lot in this. I don't really like her a lot in a lot of things. Like, I think she was like just kind of fine in The Great Gatsby, but she was really good in this. I thought she was a really good balance to Ryan Gosling. They're both kind of this quiet character, but they were very different quiets. It was very cool. And Bryan Cranston, my boy Bryan Cranston, plays Shannon in this. I thought he did very well. Ron Perlman was great. Everybody in this film was great. Oscar Isaac's in it. Like, who isn't in this movie? Ryan Reynolds, he's not in the movie. But like, I really like the acting here. I think it's really, really quite fantastic. I don't think this won many Oscars, if any at all. It should have. The cinematography is really great. I think that this is one of my favorite movies that has nighttime, like, filming techniques. Like, there's almost no movie that compares in terms of shooting at night. There's nothing great that is shot at night, but this movie is great. The lighting is perfect. Lighting is so hard to do at night because everything is unnatural at night because it has to be. There's no sun. So it's really complicated to do that, and I think that the director did a really good job with that. The writing, gotta say, the writing was probably pretty easy for this. Not many people talk except for Bryan Cranston, who just runs his mouth all the time. And that's okay. But between all of this, it's just this really cool and eerie feeling beneath all of these tones, and that comes with the soundtrack, that comes with cinematography, and it comes with just like zooming in on Ryan Gosling's face as he's driving around, and like that tone is there. The tone is absolutely there, and it is intact, and it is alive. It is scary. It's a weird horror movie almost. And I was watching this movie the other day, and I did not think that it was going to be like super bloody or super gross. It was. Oh wow. Warning if you don't know. There's some blood in the film, quite a bit of it, and it's really cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I had a whole lot of fun with it, but some people may not like some of it, so just be careful if you don't like gore. There is gore in this movie, and I did not realize that. There's this moment where he puts a hammer in somebody's mouth. He doesn't do anything, he just puts it in his mouth, and I'm like, oh, like, it still gives me chills. I don't like to think about it. But I don't want to talk much more about this just because it is spoilery. It did come out 10 years ago, but I didn't see it, so I'm assuming you guys haven't. I'm sure most of you have, though. But I'm going to go ahead and give Drive an A. Have you guys seen Drive? Leave in the comments down below what you guys thought about it. I really enjoyed it. I had a whole lot of fun watching it, and I can't wait to see what else my boss lent me. He lent me a few of them, so we'll get into those in a future video. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate you. Please consider subscribing if you're not already. It helps me out a whole lot. And as always, keep watching movies and television, stay educated, and I'll see you guys in the next video.